Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Harley-Davidson, and today I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of the all-new 2020 Harley-Davidson CVO Limited. We have a lot to talk about on this CVO Limited, but we are going to start with the heartbeat on this motorcycle. This has the Milwaukee-Eight 117 motor in it. This is the largest motor that Harley puts out in production. It comes out only on the CVOs, and I have to tell you, I have had the opportunity to ride motorcycles with the 117. It is an absolute blast. The power delivery is incredible. Does not matter if you're in first gear or sixth gear, you have power for days on these 117s, and it also is just not only super powerful, but a beautiful engine to look at. One of the things I really love what they do with the CVOs is just the little touches here and there. As you can see, it has that nice red accent running across the rocker boxes where it just plays with the nice touches of red running throughout the paint and on the inlaid stitching on the seat as well. Just kind of tying everything together. And then, of course, running down along that is that amazing brushed aluminum exhaust. I am a huge fan of the way this looks, really playing off the chrome and then getting that nice brushed aluminum look at it. Just a beautiful looking design by Harley. A new introduction this year on the 2020s is going to be your Tomahawk wheels. You have the 19-inch up front and the 18-inch in the rear. The 19 up front is going to be a 130 in width, and the rear is going to have the 180 in width. This really gives these bikes not only just a killer nice custom look to them, but the handling on these motorcycles is just absolutely supreme. You have extreme nice balance on this bike and cutting into corners. Very great handling on these motorcycles. And speaking of the handling, and something also new on the 2020s, standard on the CVOs, is the new Rider Defense Reflex system. This is basically a 6-point traction control system that now comes standard on the CVOs only, and this really is going to help accommodate when you're going through some roads and you're going to hit some corners that maybe you're not necessarily used to. This is going to help in the traction control, keeping your bike stable, reading the lean angles, and helping you stay nice and safe while riding different roads that maybe you're not used to. This does also have the wind part of that package is also the hill assist, which when you're sitting on a hill and you know how you're kind of letting the clutch go and you do a little bit of the rollback, the hill assist keeps your bike on the perfect straight line, no rollback while you're doing that, so you can just take off with perfect ease. Another new feature on the 2020 CVOs, which I am a huge fan of, is the new Daymaker adaptive LED headlights. So what these new lights will do is that when you're coming into a corner and you're taking a sharper turn, different lights are going to light up on these and read your lean angle and project the light exactly where you need it most when coming through the corners. I love what Harley's doing with these new upgrades and the things that they're doing with the CVOs. It is all about safety and function, and I'm a huge fan of that because I love the fact that you're buying a premium motorcycle and you really want those nice little touches and add-ons that just make the bike handle amazing and also bump up the safety value on them as well. Continuing with some of the technology on the new 2020 CVO Limited, moving up and into the center dash here where you have the Boom GTS audio and nav system. These new systems are incredible. Pretty much anything you could ever want on a audio system and navigation system has been packed into this Boom GTS. It is a full touchscreen, glove friendly with any gloves, water resistant, so I mean whether you're out in the pouring rain or the beautiful sunshine, you are going to be able to use the touch sensor. Really just cleaned it up too with the all beautiful 7-inch glass piece in there. It just an absolute standout piece on these motorcycles. I have done on our YouTube channel a walkthrough of some of the features of the Boom GTS audio. So you can go over there. I'll even put a link down to that video so you can kind of go click on that. But I have to tell you, as the year has gone by, I have even learned more about this Boom GTS audio, and I do plan on in the winter doing a very thorough breakdown, even more, hidden specific things that I myself wasn't even versed at the time of doing that video. But just to kind of get started, if you want to learn a little bit about your Boom GTS audio, go check out that video. And as I said, I will be doing some upgrade videos later to come. Okay, now that we've gone through some of the features on this motorcycle, let's go ahead and talk about the style. We're going to start with the paint job on this bike. This is going to be your Moonbeam Blue and Deep Sea Blue. I'm a very big fan of these darker blues on here, and I do really like what Harley's done in the past several years with the CVOs, kind of just giving them nice two-tone paints, not a whole bunch of tribal designs, which were fine. I know a lot of people like those. My personal preference, I do very much just like the nice, simple two-tone paint jobs on here. When you get this out in the sunlight, and I do apologize, I really would have liked to have done this video out in the sunshine today, but we have like gale force winds and you'd never be able to hear any of the audio. But when you do get it out in the sunlight, you can really see that rich blue coming through, and there's a lot of pearlescent flake. I am going to take the camera over it, and I'm hoping that some of this lighting will show this on here. I really like the Harley-Davidson logo badge running across the gas tank here. And then once again, talking about it earlier, you have the nice little red accents running across there to match the red accents along the rocker botches and in the stitching of the seats here. Premium paint jobs and just styling all around are what the CVOs are all about. And speaking of the seat, we are going to move to the seat now, where you have this incredible and very comfortable leather seat here. You have the nice pleats running through all throughout the backrest for your passenger, and this does come standard with the rider backrest as well. It has the red accents in the stitching, kind of tying everything together. The rider backrest does come out, so if you do want to stretch out a little bit more or open up a little bit more room for your passenger, you are able to remove this. But this is a very nice touch on here because, as you know, you're buying one of these bikes, you are going to ride for long distances, and having that nice back support on there is really going to help you put the miles on the bike. Speaking of putting miles on this motorcycle, this does have this 6-gallon gas tank, so you're going to get a ton of riding time on this bike. And what's nice is, for this size of a motorcycle, the full weight on this bike with a full tank of gas ready to go comes in at 944 pounds. So yes, it is a big motorcycle, but when you are ripping this down the interstate, all of that weight disappears on this bike. Speaking of riding long distances on this CVO, you obviously have the wonderful tour pack on here and saddlebags on this bike. You are going to be able to pack a ton of stuff in here, which is excellent. That's what you want on these motorcycles. Doing the long distance, you're going to want to be able to pack as much stuff in here as possible, and your passenger is going to be able to pack as much stuff as possible. So I'm a big fan of the tour packs on these motorcycles. A lot of room in here. You can definitely get 2 full face helmets in here and any of your needs on the side of the saddlebags. This bike does also have the HD Connect feature, which is one of the final little tech features I'm going to talk about on this bike, to where you download the HD Connect app on your phone, you sync it with your motorcycle, and this is going to give you all sorts of alerts. This is going to let you know about tire pressure, if maintenance is due. This has a tamper alert, so if you have left your bike in a parking lot and are upstairs in your office or in your home, and someone comes over and starts messing with your motorcycle, your phone is going to alert you about that. It does also have theft tracking, so if your bike sadly does get stolen, you are going to be able to track that right to the person who took your motorcycle and get that handled. Anyways, the CVOs this year, as I said, I love what Harley's done with them. They have packed so many features into these motorcycles. A few of the other features that are nice, you're going to get the Kahuna collection set all over this motorcycle, and it has those nice brushed aluminum touches that we had talked about. So that's going to be on the grips, down on your horn, down on your floorboards. This is just, once again, the little touches on the CVOs are what make these bikes so special, other than obviously having a Milwaukee-Eight 117 and all the fixings that comes with it. I'm excited, as I said, what Harley has done this year with a lot of their motorcycles, especially their top-end premium bikes. These are beautiful motorcycles. They are incredible to ride, and if you are interested in this motorcycle and are local in Omaha, Nebraska, please stop out at Dillon Brothers Harley-Davidson today. Come throw a leg over it. Talk to some of our parts guys, our service guys, our sales guys. They have so much knowledge about these motorcycles and can definitely answer any of your questions and needs on these bikes. And I highly suggest you take one of these out for a test ride. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley-Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos. And always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.